Okay, so I'm going to be opening up this BlackOut theme deck. I'm really hoping that it's Shadowless. I think it has a really good shot at being Shadowless. Right here it says 10 damage counters. That's one of the things. It also says 10 damage counters here. It has the like the Pokemon on the front with the first edition stamp. Don't know if you can see it. Down here it has the 99 like all of these plus the 99. It has this number. I'll actually put it like this, like these numbers. And then also, I don't know if you can hear it. Like, don't worry, the cards are just on the top, so they're fine. You can hear that the damage counters are on the bottom, like right here, and they're moving around, which is good. And yeah, so the deck is pretty much on top, and also it opens on the side here. So yeah, let's get into it. This is something I've always wanted to try. Like, I always see people like opening boosters and stuff, like vintage things, and I was like, yeah, I'm not sure if I would really want to get into that because it's such a risk. But to me, this is something which I've always wanted to do, to open up a Shadowless deck. So let's hope that it actually is Shadowless, because I think that even if everything is like all the conditions are met, I think it's also still possible that this might be just an unlimited deck, in which case it's unfortunate, but I will just keep it sealed. And like, I didn't pay too much for this deck, so I won't really like lose too much money on it either if I don't. But if I do get the Shadowless deck, that would be just, well, maybe at this point, because honestly there's a lot of competition, and like these decks are being opened or being put into the hand of collectors, so I'm really carefully opening up the seal, not trying to rip it as much as possible. So here we have it. So let's get into it. It pops open at the side. Trying not to damage the cardboard as much as possible. Like, the box itself is in very good condition. Okay, there we go. That's one side. And here we have the other side. I do see this kind of like seal on it, which is maybe a good sign. We have the rules, which I know that there's a way to tell if it's Shadowless, but I don't remember. Then right here we have the little packet of the damage counters. And we have the little coins. Yeah, let's have a look. Also, let's have a look at the card stamps at the back. Oh, it is a Shadowless deck. That's really, really cool. Wow, I never thought I would open one of these. Like, for now, I will definitely keep it sealed. And like, maybe someday, like, if you open this deck, like, there's just going to be a glue stain all over the pretty much just all over the Hitmonchan. So if you want to grade this card at BSA, they will probably give it like a 3 or a 5, because at some point they were actually giving it like a wow, a qualifying grade, which was called, I think, a stained hollow. So there's like a big stain, a glue stain on here, so they would actually put something on like on the case, just telling you that you got it from there. However, I don't think they do that anymore, so probably I will just keep this sealed. And maybe if they do at some point, oh, you can see actually it's ripped up here a little bit, but yeah, like the centering on these is pretty off center. They're way off to the right, so probably not going to get any 10s on the cards anyway because of the centering. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. Sorry if my commentary is just all over the place, but yeah, never thought I would have the chance to open one of these myself. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And if you want to know what's interesting about this deck, also there is like currently like the prices of the Shadowless starter Pokemon is just crazy, and like there's next to like the Hitmonchan, there's also 2 of the Wartortles and 4 of the Squirtles in here. So maybe I will open it and grade them. But yeah, wow, I'm really happy to have been able to open one of these. And yeah, if you're yourself, if you're looking for these things and you're thinking like, is my deck Shadowless? Like, remember that the deck is on top, so it's way heavier on the top. These little damage counters, they move around, so if you shake the box, you will hear it. I think that the Onyx should be on top of these energies. It should say 10 damage counters. Down here it should say the 199 year. And then if you're opening up one of these, also this code is like unique to the box. However, I do think that still there is a chance that the cards will not be Shadowless if you open them. So don't take... Be sure to do some extra research if you want to open them. And don't hold me accountable if they're not actually Shadowless, even though all of the conditions have been met. But yeah, wow, I never thought I would get my hands on one of these. And I paid pretty much nothing for this, or at least a very low price, in my opinion, for what I... I think I paid like 300, and then with import tax like maybe like 400 euros for these. So yeah, very happy with the results, and this is just really cool. Okay, so I was looking at the centering and I think they were pretty good actually. I said in the video that they were not, but actually they're pretty decent. Like, these are the ones that have like a little chipping or like something on the back maybe that like would distract it from getting a 10. So I'm not submitting any of these. However, all of these I think have a really good shot at a 10 or maybe a 9. So I'm submitting all of these. Like, there's a bunch of energy. I'll probably maybe pick out like 2 of the best ones for each energy and then submit those, because I don't really want to submit a whole bunch of energies, especially because the grading cost just got higher. But like, these cards are all really clean. There's maybe like a few chips on them, and I don't expect everything to get like a 10. But some 9s and 8s are also fine. And yeah, it was just really nice. The pack was a little bit open on the top, so I figured I'd just take a look. I couldn't really resist. And then I decided to just take everything out. So here are all the cards that are in the deck and also that I'm going to submit. Here we have the rare super energy removal, and like, there's no whitening. Like, maybe it looks like there's a bit of whitening because of the light, but it's pretty clean. And then we get to the Squirtles. The Squirtles were decent, but I think some of them will maybe get 8s, because there was a bit more whitening on some of these, and also some smudging on like the borders of some of them. But overall, very nice. And then last but not least, we have the Wartortles, and these look just perfect. Like, I didn't see anything wrong with them. Like, there's no clear whitening on them anywhere, so I'm hoping to get a few 10s on these. But I guess I have to wait and see. And then for the card that is of course on the front of the back, it's the Shadowless Hitmonchan, and like this it looks pretty nice. However, I don't know if you can see, there's a little chip up here. There's a few print lines. On the back there's also a few print lines and like a little tiny chip here on the bottom. And this is the thing with these theme decks, like, it might look really good right now, but when I tilt it and like try and get it out of the sleeve, it's actually already a bit sticky. You can see that there is like this, it looks fine, and then there's a glue stain, like a stain that is made by the glue of the pack. Like, I still have the back here, like it's like this, and you will always have this. And even if it looks like you don't, like, honestly, I couldn't tell that there was a glue stain. I knew there was, but you always think like, oh, maybe it doesn't, but there is, and there will be a glue stain if you open one of these decks. But yeah, really happy with this. Amazing to just open it and actually find a sealed theme deck, and then the condition of the cards is really good. So yeah, it was really fun. I'll be submitting a lot of them to PSA. We'll see them back in like a year or two, and I hope you enjoyed.